Alright, folks, welcome back, everyone. 欢迎大家回来。今天是第409天. It is day 409. Got 5 things from yesterday. There's okay. Oh my goodness. What happened there? Let's go. Right. Rewrote that a little bit. Art to be stealing crust from the auditorium. Y'all invite white bone. Jung. Boxes of tribute at the altar. Religion. Hole. Monkey. Now we have a monkey baker. And his talking poodle. Done. Pillow. Pillow contains a contraband crown in the wooden boxes. Alright. Those are our 5 from yesterday. Alright, let's get into our lessons. These are our bottom ones. Feng Huang. Okay, we finally got Phoenix. Male Phoenix plus female Phoenix. Feng Huang. Okay.
凤凰，祭祀，
祭祀.祭祀, sacrifice. Oh, we finally brought them together, actually. 祀 is rough. Ji yesterday came up and that was kind of rough too. It's our news. Largely because it also overlaps with Ji. The other G, the first G. Oh, it's not even the first G. The border G. Okay.
祭祀，许许，
She. Slowly. What's kind of like man.
许许，
She is a little.
沼泽，
沼泽. Swamp. A swamp. Or a marsh, I guess. Yeah. Okay. That was a little weak.
沼泽，
Like stuff with 杂泽, they're all kind of weak. Delta is not the hottest.
野兽，
Yeah, sure. Oh, beast makes sense.
野兽，
Or beast. Do you still take beast? Beast are wild. They're redundant. I'll probably take animal as well. But animal can be domesticated.
凤凰、沼泽、
I just randomly lost the... Yeah, I just randomly lost it. That
野兽、
was weird. I lost it at the boon box. Okay.
许许、 祭祀、
Alright. It's a little concerning.
颈部、
Boo. Neck part, yeah. Boo is the modifier.
颈部、
Thing
富
could be
裕。
a little weak. Oh yeah. Abundant wealth. Affluent, yeah. Got it.
富裕、
So wealthy.
论坛、
Rentan. This one's a little iffy because of Tan. I kinda get it. I feel like Tan checks out with platform. Like a theory platform. I mean, an altar is a platform too. For like religion. But Rentan for forum, it sounds like a tribune. Interesting. Oh, I see where the tribune comes from though.
论坛、慎重、
慎重，慎 cautious, 重 heavy, so like very cautious. Or 重 is more like a,
慎重、
it's a weight. So when you're cautiously weighted, you're still cautious. Or you carry something weighted, a burden. Something important with
手
heavy
臂、
nature. 手臂 and an arm, little arm. Interesting. They use 手臂 instead of 臂, like pizza or 臂 臂部. I mean, that's also fine too.
手臂、
I get it. The hand plus the arm is still the arm.
颈部、
Oh, you know what? This is the first. Oh, this might be a different neck. But this is one of the rare moments. It's kind of a body part. Oh, maybe that's why they use Boo. But this is one of the rare moments that it could be a body part, but doesn't have the moon radical. Super rare. Like, much rare.
慎重、
Okay.
论坛、富裕、 手臂、
Okay.
狮子、
狮子. Okay. One's pretty good.
狮子、瓶颈、
瓶颈. Bottleneck, I see. So maybe the ones that don't deal with the body. like the human body. Yeah, 瓶颈, 瓶颈. I was like, wait, I think that's two.
瓶颈
The way I said it.
不慎
不慎, 不慎 without caution.
不慎玉
Yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out if this actually looks different from. Nope, same thing. That's Goku. Okay. Yeah. I feel sort of there was a year with, was it desire? No. Okay. Okay, no, that's, we're just gonna take it. Yuki is in the bathroom of the house, which has been converted into prison for Yugi. All parts of his punishment were trying to summon a card inside. Bars are where the bathroom door would be, and a bulldog and a poodle standing on its hind legs stands guard. Yugi used his words to plead his case, but they fell on. I think that's okay. More like a paranormal thing, though. Ah, Yi. Fair enough. Lao Yi. Okay. Lao Yi. Okay.
玉星
Xing. That does look like Xing. The bottom part. The top part is interesting. The bazooka. Sheng. Sheng plus Xing. And Xing. Okay. And it's still fragrance? Oh my goodness. How many fragrances there are. Alright, Xena's in front of the infirmary with a bazooka. She loads it with a grain sock and shoots it. Wait. Okay. We could just use fragrance. She loaded a bazooka with fragrance. Okay. Feel slightly better. Alright, sure. Let me guess, yeah. Xingxiang. Oh, although, oh no, wait. It's not Xiang. I'm thinking of Xiang actually. So this can be a little bit tricky here. I was thinking of Xiang. Why do I feel like there is a Xing with... No. Okay. That could be a little tricky. I might... This one up.
星
Oops. And then...
狮子
Interesting that lion and tiger doesn't mix together, like for just being lion and tiger.
星 瓶颈
A different type of bottleneck. At least I think. Actually, here, did I? Yeah, there's the actual bottleneck.
不慎
Oh, excuse me.
玉玉
That is another year off the swim fins. And bathe checks out. He is in the bathroom of the house, getting ready to bathe. He puts on a pair of swim fins and jumps into the bath. Up water, causing the water to spray everywhere as he bathes. Good enough. Yoku? You sure? Okay. Ling Yu. Interesting. Drench. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Makes sense for the shower. Mu Yu. Yep. That checks out too. Yi Gang. Yi Gang. But bathtub, yeah. Okay. Like a container vat.
玉
Okay.
玉
Oh, dude. What is with this? Oh, you know what? This reminds me of you, right? Off the armory. Pleased. Yes. Oh, dang. There's also you, the most recent you for more. Alright, we're really hitting the you. Yugi's in the bathroom of the house where he is on the toilet. He uses an armory Yu-Gi-Oh card out of board. Poof, an armory appears. Okay. Explain. Analogy, metaphor, figure of speech. Nose. Preparing. Washing and prepping. Equipment. Armory. To follow up on an explanation. By word of mouth. Rumors of ancient tomb nearby. All of it deals with tombs and whatnot. Yeah. Interesting. Pairing, right? Unreasonable. 不可理. Fair enough.
玉序
She. Harmonica, I got you. Because we recently had she, right? We just covered one. She. No, she. She, right? No, she. She. This one. Narrate. I wonder if this is combined with shu, she shu, or shu she. Professor X is in the bathroom of the house, sitting on top of the toilet. He plays a harmonica while narrating the history of X-Men as a mutant. Foreman sits on the floor listening. Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. Give me... Oh, Shi Jiu. Makes sense. Oh, there's Shu. Yeah, Shi Shu. To narrate. Reminisce is good. Shi Jiu. Jiu is kind of weak. So that's kind of neat.
序摇
Yao? That does look like a Yao. The y'all I'm looking for is remote. There it is, y'all. The road. Now we have words, okay. Yoshi's inside the barn working in the corner by a pile of hay is a clay pot that keeps on emanating words of rumors. It hit Yoshi in the face. Okay. So Yoshi is inside the barn where he was told which he heard words of a rumor that at night there are people are bandits trying to steal stuff, steal produce stored in clay pots in the barn. So Yoshi placed on guard duty. Being a good boy to not for bandits. Okay. 道友 establish, okay. Yeah, fair enough. 谣言 okay.
摇沙
Sha, that looks like sand. Sha with yarn this time. Silk. Fair enough. Truck is in front of the auditorium in search of some yarn. He rips a few silk tie off of a few gentlemen waiting in line and ties them together into a big ball. Don't think that's quite considered yarn. Fair enough. Not the greatest, but will work. When Shaw. Intriguing. Mian Sha makes sense. Fang Sha. Do I have Fang? No, I don't. I figured it was spin.
沙
Alright.
玉
Okay.
摇玉
Oh, this one's kind of rough. That's kind of rough.
续 沙
Okay. Alright. So today we only have vocabulary words because... Oh, no, wait. Just kidding. Yeah, we only have vocabulary words. So we'll do maybe like 100 or so for today. Get into. Alright.
辖区
辖区内有许多学校。
赤红，
秋天的叶子变得赤红。
雨衣，
他今天穿雨衣。
颗粒，
沙子的颗粒很多。
Or grain, just grain. Okay. What? That
康熙，
康熙是清朝的鼎盛时期。
okay.
"旋转，
他的椅子能旋转。
Which one? Like rotate. Okay. I was gonna say turn, but ball turn. Fine. Gonna go with
唱片，
请播放那张唱片。
a record instead. Okay. I mean, album is minor difference.
必然，
必然结果。
It's like actually inevitable. Yeah, certain is fine. Huh.
缓和，
这药可以缓和疼痛。
Like ease. Okay. I'm like slowly get better. How or slowly soften. How do you say slowly soften? Okay. Ah. Wait. Oh. TD. I added an E for whatever reason. Oh, rip.
半天，
他用了半天做完作业。
洗涤，
这种洗涤方法很简单。
Something makes me want to type like shall.
稍微，
他稍微改变了计划。
It's like small, tiny, a little bit. Not tiny like in size, but tiny figurative.
丰富、
这本书内容很丰富。
or rich, wealthy. Actually, now that I think about it, affluent might not be quite nice there.
4斤、
那只狗有4斤重。
Like 4 pounds, okay. Alright. Not sure if that's gonna stick really well in the future. I don't know how I feel about food. Fool? Holy.
俘虏、
Ulu.
我们需要救出俘虏。
Ulu.
干枯、
河流在干旱季节中干枯了。
Or dry up, that's fine.
殴打、
你不应该殴打别人。
炖肉、
台式炖肉。
骑车、
我想学习骑车。
Or like ride a bike, okay. Hmm.
船桨、
船桨是一种划船工具。
Excuse me. Oh no! I want to say Feng? Is that the name for Feng?
冯先生、
冯先生喜欢读书。
Dang it, what type of leaves are those?
柳叶、
柳叶在河上。
Ah, heckin' Zheng, not Sheng. Bien. What? Oh, it's B. Wait. Hold. Oh. What? Hold up. Probably. Kashi. It's just department or academic.
米粒、
他的盘子上还剩几颗米粒。
Okay.
心弦、
这首歌拨动了我的心弦。
读我
科系、
选择大学科系。
梳理、
他每天都梳理他的头发。
That one's weird. A comb. You've been playing Mugenics a bunch? You've seen it? Yes. It's the collaboration between Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy's developers. TRPG using a creature collector system. How do you like it?
壁炉、
我喜欢坐在壁炉旁喝咖啡。
It's really good. Yeah, I can imagine. It's a pretty interesting pivot for the two developers. Historically I played a lot of TRPGs and creature collectors. And creature collectors, they don't have to be creatures, simply character collectors. A TRPG with a character collecting component harkens back to like any form of tactics TRPGs, right? Like especially ones of Western. Eastern has quite a lot, but I think Western has even more really on the TRPG front. But Eastern's, we got some classics. Now they're not necessarily hybrid, like they don't take the creature collecting to the extent, but TRPGs are the basis of the interesting mechanics. Things like Fire Emblem, right? For the Eastern side. And then the Western side would be things like the more recent XCOM. And then you combine it with creature collection, which I think the more trendier hybrid in the indie scene for creature collector is probably Metrovania. But yeah, it's a combination of two of the strong indie trends. You have TRPGs, creature collection, casual sim, Metrovania, platformers, 2D platformers. Obviously, roguelike would be a subgenre that combines all of those. So yeah, pretty solid mashup. The very interesting thing that's incredibly identifiable is those two devs understand the indie genre. And it's nice to see that the two of them ended up pivoting away as per usual. So instead of like building another sequel to Super Meat Boy or another sequel to Binding of Isaac, which they both are still developing those two. Like Super Meat Boy had several iterations already. Binding of Isaac as well. It's really neat to see two developers pivot, especially indie devs. I look forward to playing it eventually. In terms of TRPGs, gotta make time for TRPGs. Do you usually play this type of thing, James? You actually don't bring up video games very often, so it's kind of interesting. Do you have any history with the developers? Like, what is it about Mugenics that caught your eye? Huh. Oh no, it isn't. Suit? And that would mean that's Bei Chung. Yeah, I typoed. Yeah, meditate and yeah.
贪婪，
贪婪的人不会满足。
The last tactical RPG game that I played that was in the indie scene is a game called Into the Breach. And this was the follow-up from the Faster Than Light, or FTL developer. That was the last TRPG that I played that is fresh in my mind. I'm trying to think if there is another TRPG. I did play a little bit, but a little bit of other things, but this would be probably the main one. TRPG being that it has to be isometrical. There are variances. You played a bunch of Binding of Isaac. I see. Yeah, so these are my arbitrary qualifications, so I want to qualify this. When I say TRPG, I'm thinking of this. Isometric. There is also you also like XCOM? Solid. I haven't played the second XCOM. I played the first. I'm not the... There's so much video games, and I play for intellectual enrichment, so whenever it comes to sequels, it takes me a while to get back around to sequels. So I played the XCOM reboot by... I forgot what the studio's name is. Was it Firaxis? Was it still Firaxis? Yeah, it was still Firaxis. Did they splinter into a new studio? I feel like there was... Anyway, so Firaxis, right? That Firaxis revitalization of XCOM. So I played the first one. And then it takes me a really long time to get back to sequel. So that's why I like the indie scene a lot, where they... Like, I played the first Binding of Isaac, right? But I didn't play all the subsequents, like Afterbirth and whatnot. So that's also true for Super Meat Boy. I played the first Super Meat Boy, and I didn't come back for, like, the Meat Boy sequels. So, because I enjoy the indie scene for the very reason. Like, for example, I did plan on playing Hades 2 during the 1.0 launch in last November-ish, or was it was July, between July and November. But Supergiant Games, that's their first sequel, and sure enough, I didn't get time to play Hades 2. Supergiant Games, I played all their games because they didn't make a sequel up till Hades. So we played Bastion, right? Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and Hades. But they made a sequel, and sequels, despite me buying into their early access and believing in their developers, like I buy a lot of early access games in developers that I believe in. Whenever they come up with a sequel, it takes me a while to get around. But Eugenics is definitely going to be higher on the list, so I would likely end up playing Eugenics at some point. Like for example, Darkest Dungeon, like the first Darkest Dungeon, then Red Hook decided now I'm talking about 2D. So there's TRPGs do exist in non-isometric forms. So this is the default for the default qualifications for TRPG. However, there in the indie scene, there's also 2D TRPGs, and that's why I'm bringing up Darkest Dungeon. Or a more recent one I played was Cobalt Core, which I haven't finished actually. Like I didn't finish the achievement runs. So Cobalt Core, and I even more recent than that, Samurai Showdown. Oh no, not Samurai Showdown. That's Sam's show. So Shogun Showdown. So right now, one of the really popular trendy indie scenes for tactical RPG games is 2D movements. So you move only on one axis as opposed to two axes. And then it really, I mean, way back, Darkest Dungeon incorporate that with a bit of casual sim or hardcore sim, however you want to call it, but it's largely casual sim. So base building, where you have base building involved. And then it's turn-based, so that's tactical RPG. So you have the 2D. You got obsessed with Hades 2, want to play 2, but maybe not for a while. You'll wait till it's on sale. Yeah, I picked it up on sale in early access. That's kind of how like the developers I really like, I put up the money at the 15%, you know, the early access discount, right? But yes, I support Supergiant. Like I'm unapologetic about how much of a fan I am about Supergiant. Supergiant is fantastic. Even despite caving to the sequel, I totally understand why they chose to make a Hades sequel. My thought is that Supergiant has been my go-to, like de facto, like, hey, if you want an indie developer that is truly indie in every way, Supergiant, because they haven't made a sequel until now. So I understand the risk taking that they have to involve. So it's really, I really appreciate when developers have to take that risk every single time. But Hades 2 is definitely, I look forward to it. Obviously the game is in my library since it's listing in early access. These guys are all first times. Cobalt Core and Shogun Showdown. Shogun Showdown is the most recent 2D TRPG game that I played. And then the most recent isometric one was Into the Breach, which was a while ago. I do look forward to another TRPG. I actually was gonna play a double A IP game, and it was from the XCOM. It was from Firaxis people, and that was Midnight Suns. I haven't played it yet. Midnight Suns, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Marvel, their foray into IP. So I wanted to play that. That's the most relevant right now to the TRPG scene. Where the XCOM, you know, the XCOM developers, same group, that branch of Firaxis, the Marvel's Midnight Sun. Yeah, quite a lot of wonderful TRPGs. There's a super strategic TRPG right now that's coming out that's in early access, but it's coming out. They're from the Brother in Arms devs. I played Brother in Arms, or I think it's called Brother in Arms. Their first game. Yeah. Brother in Arms is like a no, not Brother in Arms. Sorry, that's not it. Brotherhood of, it's like brother something. Let me look up my Steam library. I played it way back on my own. Like, no, not brothers. There's no brothers in them. Maybe Soldier? No. Is Arms part of it? No, it's totally not. Dang, I don't know what the developer is, but they have a new game out, and it is a TRPG. This is not right. It's something else. So there's a developer. I don't remember their name. It was very low-key indie, but they had a first IP, and it is super hardcore, like the very super hardcore super hardcore TRPG. And they worked on it for such a long time that they had a cult following for hardcoreness. So they are their next IP is coming out soon, and it is a military TRPG, and it's looking to be every as hardcore as, and I haven't played a hardcore game in a very long time, and not hardcore in terms of mechanics like permadeath and all that. They are hardcore games in that way, but I haven't played like a super niche like hyper detailed version of any genre, and I can't seem to remember the name. Hang on. Hardcore, maybe hardcore TRPG new. That might enter. No, that doesn't trigger it. Maybe like indie. We add indie. But there is one. The indie scene TRPGs are really nice. I also for a long time played deck builders. Well, I played deck builders. The deck builders is probably my core. Deck builders, many of them are 2D TRPGs. And then I did play one where you took a grid. This 2D RPG would be something like Across the Obelisk. In fact, Across the Obelisk has been picked up by Paradox, right? Paradox. And Paradox Interactive, or Paradox Publishing, publishes pretty much most of the, like, you know, grand expansion games like 4X stuff, grand strategy is the word I was looking for. And then most of them have elements of TRPGs. So Paradox. The other one that I played when a deck builder was a Kickstarter called Gordon's Quest. Unfortunately, like, it was okay. Well, it was good. Just the support. It's a Chinese developer. And maybe they'll release another game, but this game, it was good. It was like not the greatest, but it was good. So it had a grid system, and it had like a fixed plane, but then it had a deck building component on top of it. So all your characters are on a grid system. It's isometric, and it's divided between the enemy side, right? The enemy side and your side. And then you build decks for each of your character loadouts, which can have up to it was 3 character squads. And then you battle based on a 2D movement, right? 2D movement. with a fixed field, as opposed to an exploratory field like XCOM. And I imagine Mugenics is a fixed field, right? Or is it a exploratory field with Fog of War? I don't remember it when I was looking at the trailers and the advertisement for Mugenics, if they had like the Fog of War style where you have XCOM, Explore. It's fixed? Okay. Yeah, so Gordon's Quest is fixed too. Although Gordon's Quest does the bifurcated field, which is another way to separate things. So you still have like two-dimensional movement, but you have two-dimensional movement. However, there's exclusive, and then for Mugenics, it's mixed. It's one field. Everyone shares the single field, which is closer to the default tactical RPG setup. Yeah. There's another cute game that I played that I didn't finish because I was playing back then. I kind of played games in the background as well as games to stream. It was called, it's something like Marimore things. It was fairly cute. I'm gonna type more. Oh, Wintermore. It's called Wintermore Tactics Club. It's a D&D thing. So most of like the indie games that take D&D inspired stuff also are tactical RPGs. Yeah, so many wonderful things. I'm glad to hear that Mugenics is doing well. And it has that, you know, very characteristic look of Binding of Isaac. Yeah, they're doing quite well. Other than that, you have your what should we call it now? Your Undertale like. Right. And again, I use these terms not necessarily based on the origin, but more on its popularization. So the Undertale like is probably the other trend that you'll probably see. And for a Japanese shout out, Omori would be the example of an Undertale like, right? However, right now, Toby Fox is working on his Deltarune series, his Deltarune game. And then there's 2 or 3 others that have released recently. Right now, what's another Undertale-like sort of? There's the Inscription-like, which is a subgenre. Inscription-like. That's kind of the new thing by Daniel Mullins. Daniel Mullins is I would coin this now, or like other people might have already coined this, inscription likes. They're a variant of the Undertale like, in a way that Undertale mechanically use mechanical diversity, in the sense of mechanical diversity of like an RPG. And inscription like is a thematic motif. So like Daniel Mullins would take an RPG and then all of the entirety of the game would do a take on different RPGs, like the way it's represented. So it's thematically subject motif. Like if he's going to make a card game like Inscription, it would be various versions of Inscription, like the card deck building, like how deck building has different mechanics. So in a way, it's kind of like Undertale like, but the Undertale is fixed around an RPG, a narrative, while Inscription is it's bound by its theme. So if it's a deck builder, and the reason why I mentioned Daniel Mullins is because Pony Island 2 is coming out. I think it's coming out soon, which is a big shout out for Pony Island, because Pony Island is technically takes the RPG aesthetic. So Pony Island's main theme is RPG. And the reason why I'm bringing up Pony Island is because one of the RPG is a TRPG. So he has a segment in the original Pony Island, which was one of his first games. There were TRPG sections, and then he has classic RPG, a turn-based RPG. So let's just say like AT RPG, which is like active time battle RPG. So Pony Island is a series that in one game he makes a cohesive attempt to, this is kind of a spoilery thing, but it's not really. It doesn't spoil the game because Daniel Mullins have a very specific design choice. He makes a game, he chooses a genre, and then he does all the permutations of that genre while keeping it together. And then Deltarune, like the Toby Fox stuff, Toby Fox does a world and then builds the different mechanics in one world, while Daniel Mullins does the reverse. He wraps the world around the theme, which is interesting. These two guys, like Toby and Daniel, are like edgy as can be. So if you're looking for like a gold standard of what type of indie themes are there that you can crank down and distill to its essential forms and then experience all of them in the same game, Daniel and Toby. Now there is another group that is really cool as well, who it's hard to define what they are right now because they're still new, and that is Mossmouth. Mossmouth is the people who took inspiration from like the anthology ones, and they made a game called UFO 50 recently, which demonstrates the depth of their abilities. UFO 50 is a collection of 50 games that have the selective streamlined depth of an indie game, and they smashed it all together into a single product. And I think who are the people? There are specific names like John, I think it's John Perry, and I think this is the name that comes up when I think about it. And these guys are doing it the other way, where you take all the classic mechanics and make a Wario like a WarioWare, right? A new modern WarioWare like, which is the indie scene too, where you take all of the old mechanics and you streamline them into the new ones. There's also, when it comes to Metrovania and isometric, or like not isometric, maybe like just top down would be, that's coming out soon, is the Shovel Knight developers. Their new game, the Yacht Club. There's also Yacht Club. Their next game, which is a Zelda, quote unquote, like the 2D Zelda like game, but with your new trend stuff, right? And I forgot what it's called. Shovel Knight, Yacht Club, and it got delayed a couple of times already. Oh, Mina the Hollower, which that's also really cool. I really like the indie genre, so you can't go. There's one 2D tactical game, TRPG, that I am going to play soon, and it is also a sequel. That's why it took me a while to get around it, and that's Steam World Heist. Steam World Heist 2. I played the first one. I really like it. It's by Thunderfold. And Thunderfold has like the Steam World. They did like Steam Dig, right? I played the first Steam Dig. There is a sequel. I played the first Gilgamesh, the Hand of Gilgamesh. So it's their deck builder, their 2D deck builder. And then SteamWorld Heist is their tactical RPG, 2D tactical RPG. So what they do is they have verticality. So it moves up and down based on verticality. And then their inputs use vectors. They use vectors, projectile vectors, as the way to play the game. So you have units, right? Units and enemies that occupy the same space, and then you manually, it's analog projectile to hit targets. Which is really fun. So if you're ever interested in different takes on the tactical RPG. And usually Thunderfold, or not Thunderfold, sorry, it's Thunderful games. Hang on, let me make sure. They make yeah, Thunderful games. They also have that series of games, which is and their design SteamWorld is steampunk inspired, so everything is steampunk. They have a very charming look to them too, much like if you're you've warmed up to Binding of Isaac's thing. Most of Thunderfold's appearance is very characteristic, kind of like a Supergiant Games, where since they have a artist and a brand look to it, there's a lot of consistency to be loved about it. Thunderfold has incredibly charming steampunk inspired things. Yeah. All right. It's going to be a bit. I do look forward to playing Mugenics. And if I had to shout out like a AAA, sort of like a AAA in the sense of budget, right? Like a big company that I played that is kind of along the indie genre, like they're trying to do the indie genre, is Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is published under Mint Rocket. And Mint Rocket it's an in-house group from Nexon, Nexon Korea. So they're technically aiming at the indie scene, but their budget is obviously off the charts. Dave the Diver is probably Dave the Diver is more or less in what you would refer to as the Undertale like, in a way, because these are the elements of mini game collections. Indie scene is definitely all about hybridization of different things and putting them together so that they fit neatly. And Mugenics is definitely two dominant things. Creature collectors are on the rise. Monster Sanctuary is the last game that I played that combined Metro and creature collection. So you have breeding and collecting the creatures, discovering and expanding your roster. But they decide to use a Metro plus standard, like standard initiative, so D&D like initiative based combat systems, so like Pokemon situation, Game Freak situation, but their component is the Metrovania structure. There's also like Cassette Beast. I haven't played Cassette Beast yet, but takes the Pokemon route on that one. Okay. I do enjoy nerding out to games or talking about game designs and whatnot. Okay.
愈演愈烈，
烈
他的
not
病情
累
愈演愈烈，必须马上治疗。
烈like more intensity. We'll say intensify.
禅杖，
禅杖上有简单的雕刻，
Okay. That doesn't seem right.
轿车，
这辆轿车能坐5个人。
Do you often play video games? Like you listed like XCOM, FTL, 80s one. Those are incredibly solid choices. How often are you able to make time to play video games? Obviously, I haven't been playing video games very often lately. I do keep up with it though. I do like keep up the information, so to speak, and talk about them. If there's anything competing with my like learning stuff skill set, it's probably game theory. Heck, is that not city? Okay. 压扁，
压扁，
我把罐子压扁了。
What? Oh, 哗然。
照顾，
你要好好照顾自己。
or look after.
城堡，
城堡的塔楼很高。
Ah! Oh, castle. What am I doing? Fortress. Castle. 放风筝。
放风筝，
今天天气很好，我们去放风筝吧。
Oh man, I forgot again. Hang on. Flee. It's probably Tron. Or yeah, it's fine. Wow,
爆竹，
爆竹声音很大。
逃窜，
敌人被打败，四处逃窜。
Flee and escape are fair enough. Although flee does have a little bit of something. 吃苦，
吃苦，
他不怕吃苦。
It's like suffering. Yeah. To bear hardship or to suffer. Okay. Way.
橱窗，
商店橱窗。
Heck! I couldn't make up my mind.
刮蹭，
他不小心刮蹭了墙壁。
啊！
搞砸，
他把会议搞砸了。
It is smash or mess up. It's fine. We do smashing, just mess things up. Okay, good enough.
哗变，
他被指控策划哗变。
What's more than creating a clamor?
爵位，
他继承了父亲的爵位。
Should be 提琴. What was the 琴? That's violin. We're talking about, or yeah, violin. Yeah. That not it? Oh no, 罗盘. That's 罗盘.
.增添，
新的成员为团队增添了力量。
Excuse me. Uh,
兼任，
他兼任公司的人力资源主管。
yeah, it's the same. Serve concurrently. Concurrently serve. Fine. Doesn't have to grammar.
罗盘，
罗盘的指针总是指向北方。
确认，
请你再确认一下。
确认。Like, it's like discuss, confirm. Okay. All right, it's fine. I was gonna say make sure was the word. Is make sure here? Oh, I did add make sure. Uh,
翅膀，
蝴蝶的翅膀很美丽。
That's interesting. Bien. Huh.
寺庙，
寺庙里有很多僧人。
鬼魂，
他感觉有鬼魂在身边。
The heck?
鳄梨，
他喜欢用鳄梨做沙拉。
有沙拉，好了，沙拉的，好了。
小提琴，
我喜欢听小提琴音乐。
I'm not sure if Qing is that correct. We'll come back to it another day.
"猛然，
门猛然被打开，
Like, just suddenly, okay. It's more like fierce happening suddenly, abruptly.
打扫，
办公室正在打扫中。
Or clean. Fine.
胸腔，
胸腔里有肺和心脏。
Yeah, chest cavity, chest cavity.
轰趴，
有些人在轰趴上吸毒。
Like, house party. Okay. House party is gonna suck forever. It's fine. It's kind of like 派对, 轰趴. What happened here?
独酌，
他在院子里独酌。
What happened here? I really thought... "
短篇，
一篇短篇文章。
Okay. What? You. Okay. No.
哗然，
这个决定引起社会哗然。
What? Oh, they wanted an in?
分手，
我们分手吧。
地下，
地下铁路很方便。
The heck? I don't know the right.
下雪，
可能要下雪了。
That doesn't seem right.
属性，
Oh, it does.
努力是成功的一种属性。
Xing. Attribute? Okay. So belong to, it's like belong to nature. Okay. Yi lai yi.
愈来愈，
这座城市越来越混乱。
四方，
四方响应。
玉山，
玉山是台湾最高的山。
So really thought it would. This should be Gongqiu. Oh, yeah, okay. There is only one other. How am I screwing up? Oh, it's because Gong is without the leader. Qiu was fine. And then Jiu has a leader in it as well. A bit of it's up there.
想法，
你有什么想法？
听见，
我听见了他的声音。
马路，
小心过马路。
经验，
我还欠缺经验。
Finance or experience? I couldn't decide between experience and like some sort of econ or finance word because of pass through. What in the world is this? The Limi.
厘米，
1公尺等于100厘米。
Limi. That's centimeters, right? Okay. It's not millimeters, it's centimeters.
片刻，
片刻就写好了。
Wait. Hmm. They 退销 That's to resign or retire, yeah.
吃惊，
我被这个消息吃惊了。
Startled or frightened. Okay. Check. I don't know about this one. It's like to bring them all together. Oh. That's probably a tone. Yeah. Okay. Fine. 总统. President. 总统.
供求，
这是供求的问题。
Pretty sure it's supply and demand. Okay.
退休，
他想早点退休。
总统，
他是这个国家的总统。
可靠，
这消息是可靠的。
蓝图，
绘制蓝图。
What the? Oh, 实用 this tea. Okay.
尾巴，
一条大鱼的尾巴。
财产，
这是私人财产。
Or like assets, properties. Okay. What?
花园，
花园里的花都开了。
龙舟，
你有做过龙舟吗？
形势，
经济形势正在好转。
形式 or like to shape some situation. Fair enough. Dang. Let's think about the being
定睛，
他定睛于那张照片。
like fix one's gaze, set, look, eyeball, that eyeball, yeah. To stare, but
呼吸，
每个人都知道如何呼吸。
使用，
你会不会使用这台机器？
厨房，
妈妈在厨房里做晚餐。
What? Oh, that's on.
中央
我需要去中央车站。
Well, it's gone. Poem? Yeah, sure, okay. Or poet. What type of tree is that? Oh,
桃树
桃树上有许多小鸟。
入侵
他们入侵了俄罗斯。
诗人
他是一位优秀的诗人。
柱子
这根柱子太短了。
maybe?
捉摸
这件事的结果很难捉摸。
Or fathom. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
扇子
我是扇子的粉丝。
What? This is okay. So far, most things are fine. Hmm.
宠爱
他总是宠爱他的宝贝女儿。
符号
笑脸是快乐的符号。
Or like a symbol. Okay. Okay.
幽暗
天空看起来很幽暗。
大哭
大哭不已。
Oh, Yi. Dong Yi. Dong Yi.
梦境
每个人都有自己独特的梦境。
Oh no, that's like a dream world. Yeah, okay. Dream world. Oh well, Borderlands is kind of okay too. What? Is it a Yi? Oh no, I screwed up. Not Dong Yi, it's Dong Yi. Dong Yi. 六 no
东夷，
东夷的文化很不一样。
有 what is this like wrong? Yeah, or moist. Okay. Saliva stuff, and then nourish. Wait, a kettle? Good be. No? Yes? Whoops.
隔壁，
他住在我们隔壁。
Ah, neighbor. Next door.
暂时，
这只是暂时的解决办法。
Okay. Wait. Hold up. That's definitely Ting. But the right is not. Wait. I messed up the Ting. Okay. Only other choice. Really? Oh, J. Jia? What does that mean?
剑客，
这位剑客非常勇敢。
宿舍，
宿舍的窗户很大。
Like a large dormitory. It's fine. A place to be, like a lodging.
滋润，
多喝水可以滋润喉咙。
Nope. Nope.
« 傻瓜，
别把我当傻瓜。
Like a wall next door. Okay. Oh, these are okay. I'm being pretty liberal today. Kinda itch up a bit. That doesn't seem right, does it? Huh? Yeah? Huh. No. Oh. That messed up the typing.
揭发、
他勇敢地揭发了贪污事件。
Or expose. Fine.
活跃、
他在课堂上非常活跃。
Like active, lively. This is separating wall, right? That doesn't seem right. Uh,
回忆录、
他的回忆录充满了情感。
回忆录. Okay.
停留、
我可以停留一晚吗？
机枪、
拥有机枪是违法的。
线索、
这个谜团没有明显的线索。
Like, ooh, okay. I was gonna say hint, but ooh's good. That wouldn't make sense, would it? Oh, I typed 2 instead of... What is that, to see through? Or run through? Okay. Yeah, yeah.
贯穿、下坡、
我们要走下坡。
签名、
他拒绝签名。
What the heck? Probably Trey, and troop straight. That's vertical, right? Practice this too. Yen. Yep, that's yen. Huh. Oh, yen. Wow.
最佳、
这是最佳的旅行时间。
Or like really best. Auspicious is better in my opinion there, but
冤枉，
我没做错事，却被冤枉了。
or like treated unjustly. How do I'm spelling terribly. Yen, on yen.
垂直，
树木垂直的生长，
出版，
他最近出版了一篇文章。
Let's see. Okay.
帐篷，
这个帐篷可以抵御强风。
Probably Chang. What is that? Holy? No, there's prosperous.
悬念，
悬念保持了观众的兴趣。
Or suspense. Whoops. Not again. Not again. Young.
家乡，
我对家乡很有感情。
It's home country or the hometown. It's same place. What the heck? Oh, 自然.
沪剧，
我第一次观看沪剧表演。
Opera, not drama.
昌盛，
和平是国家昌盛的基础。
Or sacred. I think this is good enough. We're good. 120 is pretty solid today. Got a lot to do in P5X. Alright. Yeah, that's too much. Let's go down here and do it this way until we close in on our vocabulary goals here. Yay. Sing. You. Yeah. You. That one's rough. You again, but this one's not as rough. Yo. You again. This one is less rough. Three U's. Two. Uh. Lun Tan. Hu. Hu Yi. Hu Yi. Xiao. Xiao Pep. Xiao B. Feng Huang. Ping. 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 Where's that Ping Jing? No. Ping Jing. Dang it! Oh. Oh, Sheng. Shizhi. The summon spray. Jiao De Ye Shou Shu Shu Nope. Di Si Ning Bu Shen Dong. Alright. Okay, so we got Xena, Front, Infirmary. Obviously carrying a bazooka. Carrying a bazooka. Firing all sorts of wonderful, I don't know, wonderful fragrances. Really, yeah, I was just gonna say wonderful fragrances. That's what the doctor ordered, I suppose. Whoops, I missed the top stroke. I'll explain the grain stock thing. Okay, Yugi. Bathroom. House. Got trapped. Got trapped, by demon doggos. Once they condemned him to a life of imprisonment. This is prison. Yugi again. Bathroom again. House. This time he's gathered. Hopping in. Swim fins and all. Hop in. Splashing around. Bathing after a long adventure. Okay, we got Yoshi in the barn at night. At night. Got word of a rumor that peeps are stealing things from the clay pots. Set there to guard. Like a good boy. Yugi. Bathroom. House. Washing up a bunch of things from the armory. As he heard, there were word of mouth explaining that there is a nearby ancient tomb they must investigate. Okay. Now we have Xavier outside, no, bathroom of the house, talking to a mutant foreman, a younger mutant foreman, while he uses harmonica to narrate tales of old exploits of other mutants. Okay, Shrek, front of the auditorium where he's guarding. Helped a few people with their silk clothing. Even helpful enough to provide some yarn in case they need to patch up something. That's good enough, right? What kind of words, what kind of characters could I pulled from are kind of like meh? No, I think most of them are okay today. Yeah, we're gonna be okay today. Okay, that's a wrap for HanziHero today. The hero session. Watch this later. 谢谢. As always, feel free to follow along. Pick up HanziHero. You're always welcome to yap and discuss, converse. Talked about games a little bit here, about my passion, background, keeping up with the indie scene. You're always welcome to come on by, chat, keep each other motivated, interested, maybe come up with ideas to apply language learning. Until next time, 大家下次见，感谢观看. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. I'm gonna get up, stretch, take a quick bathroom break, and I'll be back to update on D5X. Thank you.